Welcome to another episode of
What is
I'm Allison, my co-host.
Voice of the People?
Yeah, big up on yourself. We reach back another time. You understand? Give thanks for another day. You see me?
Gaza.
You understand? Yeah. So, as you can clearly see, we're going to talk about a very instrumental figure in Jamaican culture, as well as just across the global entertainment landscape. Vybz Kartel has been released from jail.
Free Cartel. Gaza, we say.
Ever since his release, every day on social media, you get a little glimpse of what it's like in his life, which is causing some controversy because the lady that accompanies him now is not Tanisha. I don't remember what her name is, but I think she's of British descent. Now, Voice of the People.
Me's a shawty fun, you know. Me's a shawty fun.
We have to big up Tanisha, you understand?
So, I don't even know what Miss Mom's name is or whatever, but I understand Cartel is a marketing genius.
Quite so.
So, but now I'm gonna knock him thing. But me is a shawty fan. That me I say. Gaza me say.
Right? Gaza Nation. So,
As a person who have lived on the Gaza Strip in Portmore for a little while,
yeah.
me is an original Gaza fan.
Yeah, there are a lot of people being scrutinized for the fact that, while he was locked up, hear them no vocal. And then all of a sudden he's released and Gaza Nation and all of this and all of that. So we the real Gaza fans know who the real Gaza fans are.
Yeah.
Gaza Nation carries a certain vibe, you understand? And a certain confidence. We know who belong to the Gaza Nation.
But in every fan base, you're gonna have wagonists. So right now Cartel is the man right now. So
Yeah,
you're
because
gonna have a few wagonists where jump on the wagon, hang on, catch off. Yeah. But
so
big up to the original Gaza people.
original Gaza fans. Kerchief prices.
Murder.
So, before, you could have get a kerchief for maybe 2 bills, 250.
Bills 50.
Bills 50, 2 bills cap.
Yeah.
No?
A kerchief costs 15 bills. Minimum.
Well, I saw something on TikTok where a woman was selling and it was 5 bills
She back
for
at
one.
time. She not sell right, please. she just buy some kerchief and I try a hustle. The original kerchief people is 15 bills minimum for the kerchief. See me?
But and
And
even-
the
all right.
shades gone up from $3,500 to $10,000.
And this is the kind of influence that Adidja Palmer has, because if him go eat something, like if him go one little cook shop, just know say the
Food.
price I go up.
Yesterday a price is not today's price.
So if it's 8 bills for the food, no say probably $2,000.
Tomorrow.
$2,000, $2,500 you pay for it tomorrow.
Just walk with the extra money. Just know say if Cartel walk in an establishment today, tomorrow, the price change. Just know that. Right?
You know what I mean? So he has released
His album.
His first album since
Which
his
is
release.
still at number 1.
Still at number 1 on the iTunes chart. People, I saw a couple people on Dion's program, and they were talking about his impending release. This was before, his release, and will he still have the same impact? And there are some Debbie Downers thinking that, well,
Debbie and them downers can go to hell.
no, it's not even about that. But it's like, even if you say 13 years has passed and you think that somebody, maybe another artist influence would have reduced. But Cartel, I think you
But for
probably.
the-
I think you just throw gas on the fire if you put
Yeah,
him.
because
Put him
he-
away for 13 years. You just throw gas on the fire.
He has managed to remain current and trending and with music and charts for the 13 years.
He has been relevant for every year for those 13
Every
years.
single one of them. I think his influence is going to be bigger than it was before, because we must face the facts. Face the facts. We don't send him away without concrete evidence that him commit the crime. Well, it's alleged that him commit the crime, and I feel like him do him time. Even though none of the evidence say him do the crime, him do him time. Now him come a road for do him thing. I don't think necessarily picking up where he left off, but I think him learn a thing or two about the streets.
The culture has definitely shifted since he's been behind bars, definitely.
And and he's going to observe it.
A lot of things are different, but he is already adapting to what it is that is new
Exactly.
for him. So he's already adapting to it. And also, he doesn't look well. So,
We know he's not well.
He's not well. I think he has
He
Graves'
has
disease
grave disease.
and something else, if I'm not mistaken.
Him have grave disease and his heart is not functioning at 100% capacity. But knowing him a go work on that and come again while remaining current.
Yeah, but all right. Which other artist?
We not go down in that rabbit hole.
But think about it. That has that kind of influence. And also remember, Cartel was behind bars before the concept of influencer was a thing. So now that he understands what he already had the influence before.
Exactly.
So now he understands it. He now has the tools, the TikTok and the all of them, the streaming and all of them something there.
So right now he was behind bars learning, because he was before social media age take off.
This whole influencer marketing and all
thing.
them something there.
And him already have it down lock, and him only a week out.
For those people who believe that his influence will be reduced, I think you're mistaken. I think now that he understands the tools, and once he learns more and more of them and gets more information on it, he has the tools now to even get further.
Right now, the Debbie Downers need to sit back and watch how the influencer thing go. Because he might go do it effortlessly.
But I mean, he's already an influencer.
Exactly. And out now, and he not fi do much. He's already Vybz Kartel. Him interview last night, December. So people start practice which organ you go sell, which limb. If you go sell the cat or the dog.
Well, he's saying that he wants to do his first show in December.
Or if you
What
go
we
sell the
don't
house.
know is if it's going to be in Jamaica or wherever else.
Naturally it's gonna be in Jamaica.
I mean, I'm just throwing some stuff out there, but I think it kind of has to be in Jamaica.
That's how we say. I feel like him up here, Omeja and go over Jamrel. That's how we say.
And then him can take it to
What more for sure?
wherever he's allowed to go. He will take it there.
But it doesn't matter where it is. The people are going to go there. I heard somebody say, them want to see if him can sell out a stadium or pull a bigger crowd than a previous artist who was incarcerated. And I'm like, the VIP section of Cartel's concert alone is international artists. We not reach down to regular fans yet. And us international artists and people in the diaspora, and then something alone over VIP and VVIP. We not catch to the peanut man around the corner where go pay him money if you go in there, go sell peanut and listen to Cartel. We not reach just yet.
So, I mean, I've seen the preview with the interview, which is supposed to come out with Anthony Miller on the Entertainment Report. By the time this episode comes out, it should be after the interview is published. So,
and me nah lie. I forgot check the stats after the show because the viewership I got go up.
Listen to me. For just the preview of the interview. Just the preview of the interview.
Because this
It's
is
viral.
his first interview outside with
His first Jamaican
interview with a media house.
Local
media
interview.
house.
Yeah, it's the first local interview.
Yeah, because we know him at Upper Fox there.
Well, to be honest, it makes sense because if I'm not mistaken, that Fox is New
Here.
York. It's New York, and the Jamaican contingent in New York.
Exactly.
It's
and
crazy.
I think there are other media houses here line up, but he wanted to make sure his local people first get him first.
No, I think how he does his interviews, it will be very strategic. It makes sense for Anthony Miller to get his first local interview because, you're going to see him probably on stage at some other point, just maybe not right
probably
now.
on stage tomorrow.
But if I put myself in like, for example, if you were supposed to get an interview with Vybz Kartel on this show, I wouldn't want to do it right after Anthony's interview. I wouldn't want to do it.
No, but what I can understand is the two major
Entertainment shows.
So it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. And it all comes down to who him want to get the interview first, because he could have given the other one the interview and it come out and then Anthony have to wait till next week.
But what the other show has is an interview with his fiancée, wife, something.
Exactly. So you play the two sides of the fence.
So yeah. So one has the wife and the other side has him.
As we say, the man is a marketing genius.
He knows what he's doing.
He know what I do. Yeah. So Kartel, we will be following the process.
Oh yes, we will be following very closely the developments following Kartel's release. Very closely.
Yeah.
Gaza Nation.
Gaza would say.
Okay, so
no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The big show we keep over Paris.
The greatest show on earth. It not get that vibes this year. Not at all.
Somebody dash some powder, man.
Olympics, not Olympics in this year. But congratulations to our athletes representing the country. Best wishes well done to those who have competed already. And best wishes to those who are still left to compete. A whole lot of things are going in Paris, a whole lot of things are going in Jamaica, a whole lot of things are going with the Olympics, a whole lot of things are going with the athletes them. A bag of things are going with the local organization for the athletes them. Jaja.
All right, so let's start with the good stuff. Kishane, congratulations.
Yes, and a brilliant silver medal. Congratulations to Campbell, what his name? The shot put guy.
Stoner?
No.
Oh, not discuss. Shot put.
Mm-hmm. That was a marvelous gold medal.
Yes.
From Stoner. Number one Stoner.
I saw a video on TikTok that was saying, you see when you see a little pitney them at fling stone?
Yeah, man. Encourage them, man. Nurture the talent.
Leave them, make them fling a stone.
Nurture the talent.
Gold medal
for Stoner, the number one Stoner.
Stoner.
It's Stone. His name is Stoner. But in this case, we are going to say the number one Stoner.
We have to Jamaicanize it.
Yeah.
It's the Stoner.
And congratulations to Shanika Ricketts on silver medal in the triple jump, to McLeod on silver in the long jump, and Brad Bell for the bronze medal in the 110 hurdles.
Yes.
Big up to Ansel and Orlando. Still support.
All athletes, big up on yourself.
Big up on yourself.
Big up on yourself.
Big up to the athletes who represented in the 4x4 this morning. Hey. The Dolly running, the Dolly done it.
We wanted to highlight the good things before we're going to the dark
big up to the
things.
Coaches who were able to make it to Paris to make sure that your athletes compete and compete at their best. I can't say big up to the coaching staff yet, yeah, all right. Down to the nitty-gritty. J3, what really are going? What are really depend?
The J triple A, the J3As.
What are really depend? Right now, me feel like
JOA, the J3As.
me feel like JOA, J3A, and JFF in a one race. And not even the photo finish can tell you what going. That is how bad it is.
We are, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and, I was saying, for us to be able to produce the world's best athletes under these conditions, I don't expect perfection. I just expect, after being in a number of sporting events for a number of decades, that we would have gotten some basic things right. Like the welfare of the athletes. Why can't there be an event, an Olympics, some world event that we enter, that all the athletes are happy? All the athletes are satisfied, no complaints. Or minimal, because, I don't think perfection
we know Jamaica
exists.
is a small country, and we not gonna have the resources as an America, a China, some other big name country. We not gonna have as much resources. But we still are producing athletes at a world-class level. The least we can do, I give the athletes them look something for encouragement, sweeten labor. Things start go bad from, well, let me not say go bad. Things start look disappointing from Sherika pulled out of the 100. Right? We did disappointed.
No, before that, when Shelly pulled out.
Sherika pulled out before Shelika. Shelly did 900.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Things start go bad from before they reach Parish. When J3, not the athlete's fault and not the coach fault or anything, because the athlete was eligible to compete in Paris based on her world rankings. Mm-hmm. And that is the person in the amateur. And because of foolishness, J3 make the athlete no reach Paris. That a first thing first before we even left. Yeah. Second, we reach Sherika pull out at the 100 because she's injured. She's focusing on her pet event. Fine. Still have people in the 100. She pull out with enough time for we put a replacement. Fine. Shelly was up to compete, so we say, all right, we still have Shelly. Young Tia, I got do the most. First Olympics, a little nerves, yes, but she got show up. Fine. Semi-final round, Shelly pull out. But before Shelly pulled out, there was a little mishap between the warm-up, entering the warm-up track, and a little foolishness between the organizers and something. Rules are changed and athletes don't know about it. You just turn up and hear say rules change. No, that's a foolishness. Because one, the athletes are not staying under the best conditions. So if an athlete decides, say, right, that's on our work for me need better conditions and I will pay for my own accommodation to get better conditions. Who are you to tell me say rules change, me can't do this because me want better? And Shelly pulled out. No, me can't fault Shelly. You have, as a country, yes, we were disappointed, and you have people saying, oh, this, she pulled out just before, and why they never pull out before, so other people could have get a spot or whatever. That is not the case, people. You have to understand. This is Shelly's 5th Olympic Games. She's not 20, she's not 19, and she's not 18. No. Shelly is the sprinting queen. So everybody knows who Shelly is. You can't expect, and I don't blame them. If you're not getting the conditions that you require, the minimum level of conditions that you require to compete, I will not compete either. And it seems like the local governing body not talk strong enough The athletes have to talk for themselves.
But if you're talking about talking strong, the only time that the administrators come out is for tell the athletes say I lie them.
Hold on. Me soon get me come down. Coming down to it. I'm coming down to it. So that one, Jamaica disappointed. We say, all right, Shelly might show up in a day. Shelly and Sherika might show up. Well, Shelly pulled out, 200 a come. Boom, Sherika pull out. Now it's a cause of concern now. What is happening in Paris? Why the athletes are pulling out? And it's not just Jamaican athletes, because other athletes from other Caribbean islands and other countries did not turn up to the start line. Some compete for the first round, not turn up for the second round. And it makes you wonder what is happening. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, we swallow that. Still a cheer for athletes them. Yeah. Bronze medal, gold medal, silver medal, and it's all field events. Big up to that, because Jamaica is known as a track nation. Yeah, we used to do 1 and 2 things in the field, but now
the field events are stepping up.
Majority of the medals that we have gained in Paris are field events. They are throwing medals and jumping medals. First, the high jumper complain about J3 not giving accreditation for our coach and something. 1. 2, the shot put guy, he didn't make the statement, but somebody made the statement that he did this while working at Domino's without any help from J3. Now it makes you wonder.
Well, I'm sure he's not the only athlete.
Well, I know that at
Hold on. I'm sure he's not the only athlete that has this challenge where they have to pay their own way. In fact, if you check most of maybe the first time Olympians, if you check them, they probably are the ones, and this is a total assumption, but I think maybe the young athletes, first time Olympians, those are the ones, most of them. Not saying that the seasoned ones won't have the same problem, but I think most of the problem might be with them in terms of support from the higher ups. But carry on, yes.
Right now, 85% of the Jamaican athletes contingent
are first time Olympians.
It's not even first time are complaining about the J3. Some people just wish not to speak publicly.
You're sure about 85%?
Me not ask you.
85%.
Me not ask you. It's just that some people can better deal with it because they can, what J3 is not giving them, they can get through sponsorship and...
No, I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying, somebody in the viewership or listenership land might be like, are you sure about that 85%
Well, I will
people?
Take a correction. I have a problem with that. But from my point of view, 85% of the athletes are complaining about J3, even seasoned athletes. Because the shot put guy is not a new person. He went to the World Championships last year and he had the same complaint. No, in Paris, that was the second. That was 2 people complaining about J3. Come down to the women shot put. And this athlete came out and explained why she performed the way she performed.
That's Danielle Thomas Dodd.
Because she was not able to have her personal coach in Paris with her. And that is because J3 did not give her coach the necessary accreditation for him to travel to Paris. Then, big blow up go on. All along, Shelly pull out, Sherika pull out, Ninja go on, I jump girl a complain, shot put boy a complain. We don't hear J3 say nothing. We don't even remember saying that Paris. Apart from when they made the appeal for the 800 with Natalia goal. J3 jump out and puff them chest. Say a lie the athlete a tell. And the athlete need to apologize immediately or she won't be accredited for any other championships. No, what? The person where make the statement can go out on the field, go make them big toe move from Yaso to Deso. And then can't fling one, not even one tennis ball across the road there. So oh!
I'm just saying, if anybody from the administration of any of these organizations, J3A, JOA, even the JFF, because we were warring you last
season.
Last
Yes,
season we were warring.
Would it done in a...
But anybody from these organizations sees this bit of content, please understand from a regular person, a regular citizen's perspective, we are going to side with the athlete.
Because you guys are not going out there to do
We
anything.
are going to side. What does the athlete have to lose?
By telling
By
a
coming
lie.
on the world stage, the global world stage, to tell a lie.
And this is not the first athlete. Every major championships, there is a brawl between J3 and the athletes. Why? But yet still the athlete, them a tell lie.
So when you're giving your exclusives to media houses, just understand that the general public will more than likely side with the athlete.
Right now, if one petition, they feel go behind Thomas Dad, my signature is the first one I go on it. I'm out a J3 front with my placard. Because something have to be done.
But voice of the people. Even, when was it? Last night, on the news, somebody from one of the organizations came out to say...
Mr. Ludlow Watts came out.
Mr. Watts.
Me can't call him because he bring himself on the public TV,
yeah,
the
Mr.
global
Watts.
media.
Mr. Watts.
Come say.
Yeah, listen back that interview there, Mr. Watts.
Him can produce...
Do the maths there again.
10 years of financial statements where the J3 have spent over 10... I don't know the exact figure, but however how much $1 million in developing athletes. No, my eyes were wide open. I couldn't believe in what me mouth and said that. But in the same breath, he goes on to say, we the administration decide how to disperse the money across the athletes based on who we think
is ready.
Is able to do something. No, you just put your foot in your mouth. Because you say a lie the athlete them a tell, but you can't say you give money to who you think are going to do something. And for years, it has been evident that most of the money is being spent on the track, even though it is not enough. It is being spent on the track and not on the field events. Uno give the field events a raw deal.
I wonder what's going to happen now that, most of our medals are coming
from the field events.
events.
No, this is the way me always say. Jamaica is not a proactive country. We are a reactive country because now that you're going to have backlash, that is when you're going to do something. But fine, at least something is being done. But I am going to stand behind the athletes because J3 must do better. No.
Again, administrators, we, the regular public, will more than likely side with the athletes in situations like this.
J3 say a lie the athlete them a tell. But there's a former athlete who is spilling the tea left, right, and center, which we appreciate because as fans, you may know a little bit, but you may not know a lot. Now, with a former athlete who has dealt with them and who has retired from the sport, and I think maybe one of his reasons for retiring is because of J3, but, yeah, is spilling the tea, and based on what he's saying, and based on what the athletes are currently saying, no, all athletes cannot tell lie.
Yeah, so don't think that we're gonna villainize the athletes at all. We're not.
No.
We're not. We're not.
We're not do it.
We're not. We're gonna side with the athletes.
Nah, do it.
99.999%
Do it.
of the time, we're gonna side with the athletes.
J3 need to do better. And I am guessing, again, I lie the athlete them a tell, but yet still, when the minister offered the money to the athletes going to the Olympics to represent the country, she made it clear that the money will be going straight to the athlete's account and not through the local organization. No. Why is that?
Because she knows. She knows.
Exactly.
She
So
knows.
why y'all try to take the world for idiot?
I'm just saying, and you mentioned it, and the basic sentiment is that because we have a young team in the Olympics now, a lot of the seasoned athletes, well, either they pulled out or, are on their way out because this is Shelley's last Olympics.
Yeah.
So, I think we have a young team.
Yeah,
As you
think
said, Voice of the People, that we have 4 years.
I think it's
to
the
fix
changing
that.
of the guard on both sides, both male and female, and changing of the guard where field events are stepping up. Jamaica not really cheer for the field events like that. But now, it's a whole different ball game because they are the ones stepping up. Now, in the changing of the guard, you're not going to get your best in between. So, we're going to take Willick this time. We're going to take with L.
Yeah, the Obia did strong this time. Yeah, the Obia did strong.
Jesus Christ.
The Obia, the powder work.
Like,
The powder work this time, yeah.
yeah, man. Because one, an American athlete, same have inside scoop. No, that's a carelessness.
All right, well,
That's a carelessness.
yeah, before when we were
carelessness.
talking about the topics for the show, you're saying that you don't want to go down a certain road with the discussion. And Noah Lyles.
Me no call his name.
No, me call him name. Noah Lyles. If you watch this sprint series, you kind of get an understanding of how he thinks. He says he's a showman, he's a performer. So you should just expect that. And usually the American track culture is kind of like that kind of outward bravado, that kind of, very confident kind of vibe.
Yeah,
which it adds to the vibe of the sport.
They're not necessarily humble, but we understand.
It adds to the vibe of the sport.
Yes.
And many, if not all of you know that he is dating Janelle Broomfield. She's a Jamaican athlete. I don't know for how long will she be a Jamaican athlete, but she's currently a Jamaican athlete. But by now everybody should have an understanding of what the story is and what happened leading up to the Olympics, during the Olympics. Now, me understand said Jamaicans, when we are bring you down, we are bring you down.
Yeah, because
to the ground.
that was a mistake.
Hold on. We are bring you down. But what I don't want and I don't like is when you don't go too far left with the insult them.
Like, yeah, we get it. She made a mistake and we're upset. Fine. But when we're not go for the girl's skin color and all these things, and as black people on our own are bringing in the racism and something. No, leave that part out.
Colorism, yeah.
Colorism. Leave that part out. Leave that part out. Because she's a very beautiful black girl. Very beautiful black girl. Leave that part out. But also, let me say this. Sometimes, as people, and as you're a public figure, and it's the age of the internet where everybody have a smartphone and just say what them want and say what them feel for say. Fine. And being that you're a public figure, you get it. That you will get some backlash at some point in time. But sometimes it doesn't make sense you respond. Because in you responding fuels the fire. No, I get that we are all humans and sometimes stuff hurts when people say it. But in response, we have to be careful. I'm not agreeing that you know if you come for the girl's skin color and so forth, so on. But good you kind of set up yourself, yeah. And with him coming out to say that you gave him the inside scoop, he wasn't thinking about you at that point in time and how the consequences of his actions are going to affect you, because what is happening now are consequences of his actions, not necessarily yours.
Yeah, so, we
And
get
the
it.
fact that you came out and said people need to understand that you are an individual and you have been in the track and field space and representing Jamaica for a number of years and so forth, somewhere. So you have your own identity. Yes, we get that. But with this, you put yourself in the position to be an extension of him.
And on the global stage, he is the quote-unquote more popular athlete.
He's working towards the face of track and field. And we get it. Because he's the showman. He does the most. He's the loudest and whatever. So we get it. Baby girl, sometimes the best response is no response.
Yeah. But careless and dirty people, nobody go too far in the girl jugular. And like sometimes we go too far. But then, now that I'm saying this, does it even make sense to say this? Because how can you really argue with a Jamaican? We say anything. We draw for any and everything. We no censor nothing. We no filter. So me know that this will not appeal to a lot of you. But when you're going for somebody's complexion, come on now.
Yes. No.
Come on.
That's not cute.
Come on now.
The bullying and the internet bullying and stuff, no, that's not it. You can voice your opinion without being rude and disrespectful.
Yeah, so, like, all of that, not necessary. The 4x1 women's.
All right. The 4x1 team, they did exceptionally well. I'm not lie. The 19-year-old them on the team did the most. Looking at the performance of the young ladies, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, the whole team, the whole Olympic squad.
Come
2028.
The younger people in this Olympic team, looking at their performance come Olympic 2028 or even World Championships next year, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, because looking at the 4x1 team, Tia and Alana are only 19 years old. Kemba is 24. Sasha Lee is, 28? So she's leaning on the older side, yeah. But when you look at who is still to come, because Tia and Alana would have been competing at the junior level. And the girls they had as teammates competing with are now in college. Come Olympic 2028, they are going to be out of college and competing on a professional level. And I pray to God then come hungry, because that Carifta team of Serena Cole, Brianna Liston, Tina Clayton and Tia Clayton, if you can put that team back together, or even if you swap out one and add Alana, it's still a very solid team. So Jamaica is looking good. And remember, we still have Kerika Hill in the 100-meter women's hurdles, who is the same age as they are.
So as of the recording of this show, the 4x4 women's has not been run yet.
Yes, it has.
4x4?
4x4, not 4x4. Jamaica looks good in the 4x4 for a bronze medal.
Women's?
Let's be real. Yes. Let's be real.
Oh, we don't have a men's 4x4, right?
No,
okay.
we don't. Netherlands is going to add Femke Bol to their 4x4 team. The Americans is going to add Sydney McLaughlin to their 4x4 team.
And for those of you who don't know Sydney McLaughlin, she
is
only
the
breaks her own world
record
records.
holder.
She sets them and breaks them herself.
She sets and breaks her own records.
Her own records.
Right?
American athlete.
Because her 400-meter run was a world record run, and that is the 6th world record that she has recorded.
Yeah, and she's only breaking it herself. So she sets a world record and she breaks it herself.
Right. Yeah. The battle is now for the bronze medal. And then again, it's what happens on D-Day. Because button change can fumble, things can go on, and somebody else come. But looking on paper, looking at it, the battle is on for the bronze medal between Jamaica, Great Britain, and France currently, but you still can't rule out Canada or the Polish. I don't think
you can't rule out anybody, man.
Exactly.
You can't rule out anybody.
But Jamaica has a very solid team. We ran this morning with Anjanette Knight. Big up St. Thomas again.
To the east.
Out of the east. The first leg on the 4x4 relay. Anjanette Knight. Big go Angie. Go girl. Anjanette Knight. Ashley Williams. I know Stephanie and McPherson anchored the dolly. The track dolly ran the third leg. She did a blistering third leg.
And that's who? Stacey Williams?
No.
Who is that?
Cherokee Young.
But Stacey Williams is a part of the Hot Girl crew.
Yes, Stacey is a part of the Dolly crew.
The Dolly crew, right.
Yeah. So come the finals on Saturday, which is tomorrow, they might swap out. I don't know. I don't even sure who. Because me know you're not swap out Cherokee Young. With that run where she run today, that not make sense. So it is down between either Ashley Williams and Stephanie and McPherson to add Stacey Williams.
So you're saying you're predicting a bronze for our ladies in the 4x4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Me have faith and confidence in them. I wouldn't mind them give an upset, but me I gotta be realistic.
All right.
With the depth of the American team, America have the 4x4 mixed relay girl now on the 4 flat. So the team is solid, and you add Sydney McLaughlin to that. It no matter what leg she run,
she go come out at the
she
front.
go do one of the. You remember the leg there where Allison Felix did run in at the 4x4 when she run down everybody?
Yes, I remember
Sydney
that.
McLaughlin is that time.
So no matter where she is, she's going to run.
Same thing for Netherlands. When you have Claver and Femke Ball on the team, you could have put even your 2 slowest runners on the other 2 leg.
All right. Well, let's see. But also, back in the field, Jaden Hibbert.
Yes,
our triple jump Olympian.
Very proud of that little young
Congratulations, young man. You're 19. You have time.
He's just getting started.
Yeah, you have time.
He's just getting started. And he finished 4th not too long ago.
Yeah,
because
he forfeited his
his final jump, and we don't know why yet. But if it's injury or a little tingle, or he know what's best for him and his body. So 4th place in your first Olympics at 19, you're well on your way. Way.
So congratulations, young Hibbert.
Jaden.
Young Jaden Hibbert. And so the last topic on
COVID.
Our list today is the very controversial, which really isn't controversial because Botswana won the 200-meter men's final.
Yes. I mean, you would have thought Jamaica won a medal. Or Jamaica was in the 200 men's. It was big up to Tebogo, our African brother. We don't know how we cheer. It's Jamaica, Caribbean,
Africa.
Or
nearest cousin.
Our cousin over Canada there.
Yeah, our nearest cousin.
Or if individual, we cheer for the one with the Jamaican heritage. Yeah. But, yeah. Oh, before we get to the 200, big up to the Canadian team for taking the men's 4x1 relay gold. Big up to a cousin from Canada.
DeGrasse.
Andre DeGrasse. Yes.
Yeah, big up DeGrasse.
Yes.
And the Canadian 4x1.
Yes. Big them up. No. Back to the... yeah.
The 200.
The 200. I have a newfound respect for Let's Tilly Tebogo. That man came out and ran in honor of his mother who passed away in May. And he did it superbly.
Yes. Beautiful race by Tebogo. Beautiful race. As you know, the American front runner.
The fastest man, the self-proclaimed fastest man in the world.
The fastest man in America.
The fastest man, the self-proclaimed, the self-proclaimed fastest man in the world. I don't know how you have to be the fastest man in the world and you can't beat 9.58. Oh! You become the fastest man alive. And the man will run 9.58 not dead.
No, but even if he did die,
if
you don't surpass the time, that's still the time.
Yeah, because Flojo dead. And Flojo is still the fastest.
Exactly.
So, well, all right. Anyway, he came in third. And right after him crossed the line and realized that he no win, he said of COVID. This is a cause for concern on many levels because they say that he was diagnosed with COVID 2 days ago. Now, if he was diagnosed 2 days ago and you still allowed him to run, that is carelessness.
No, but what I just think is a knee-jerk response because guess what? I think if the athlete came first, we wouldn't hear about COVID none at all.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
We wouldn't hear about no COVID none at all.
Exactly. Why COVID is an excuse? I mean, I know he suffers from asthma issues and a lot of underlying problems and whatever. Fine. If indeed just say have a panic attack and would I work with that, you know? Why is it that every time you lose,
there's an excuse?
There's an excuse. No, COVID is the excuse, which, as I said, is a cause for concern because it means you would have had him run warming up with the other athletes in the warm-up area, in the call room area, training, moving around the Olympic Village, and exposing other athletes to the virus.
Before
you expose an entire country, basically.
What they call it, the call room.
Yes.
In the call room, he was wearing a mask, but I don't know. That could be for optics.
But that don't make no sense.
Yeah, but even that mask, no really.
Because
the mask everywhere.
At the end of the race, you went and hugged the athletes who came
up in
across
them
the
face
line
and all of
them face.
So
that is carelessness.
I don't know, man.
And why was that allowed to happen? Like, because in his interview, he was asked if it was considered for him not to run at the fact that he was diagnosed with COVID. And he said, no, that wasn't a consideration. So it means they deliberately did not think about nobody else.
But remember, there's a large contingent of people, i.e. Americans, who never really believed that COVID was as serious as it was, So
that's why I say if he did say have a panic attack, me could have all right. But
I'm just saying, if he won, you wouldn't hear about no COVID.
No, you would know.
You wouldn't hear about no.
You would
COVID.
know. And by virtue of him expressing that he was diagnosed with COVID, you are now wondering the athletes in the Jamaican contingent who are sick or who are complaining of not feeling well, were they exposed?
Well, yeah.
Because
everybody was exposed, in my opinion.
Exactly. He exposed an entire country.
Everybody was exposed. But,
But yeah, we're not going to blame the girl,
Yeah, no.
We're not going to blame her. But if anybody in the Jamaican contingent have COVID, we know where it come from.
But Noah has he has really set himself up to have a number of rivals because you have people on the track who are not too dig him. You have people in the NBA, like I think the whole NBA really not dig him. And then you have, obviously the Jamaican US rivalry.
Exactly.
That's a just natural thing. That's a just natural competition.
Exactly.
But it's just amazing how he has been able to make enemies of even his own countrymen and women.
Exactly. Exactly.
It baffles me, but okay.
He's a part of the US team, yes, but if you check, he's not the favorite. He's not a favorite of the rest of the US.
No, listen, you can be confident. And you can do your showboating, but where do you draw the line? Everybody is different. Where do you draw the line?
Friend there was on that steady trajectory that he's on, you know.
Who?
Sister Shak, what's her name there? Yes. That
Shakari?
Yes, the Shak girl.
I just think that because she has a Jamaican in her camp now, like.
No, but they have really rebranded her. She's not that much. She's not so loud, and she does her celebration after she wins. No, she's not doing the excitement and so before the races anymore. It's now.
But to be fair, you know, to be fair, the legend, the fastest man on the planet alive, the legend, the living legend, Usain Bolt. Remember, he used to do his
yes, he was a showman, but he
races,
never
you know.
disrespected any athletes. He never called anybody's name.
Well, that's true. But
everybody has their style.
Everybody, exactly. Because there was a friend of mine and I were having a discussion, and she was telling me that she saw some content where athletes who competed with Bolt would recount how he was on the track. So his boots in or his talking is happening while you're running.
Yes.
It's not before. It's not, you know.
Exactly.
He is like, you know, he would be behind you and he's like, for example, voice of the people, you better lift those legs while you're running, you know.
Exactly. So, and he still wasn't disrespectful with it.
I'm coming to get you.
Because
I'm passing you.
The man went on the press conference and said, that man ain't winning anything. And after I come off the curve, they're going to be depressed. No, that never aged well. And there's a particular American actress who decide to take on the Jamaicans. Me don't know how one hurt.
Don't do that.
You decide
don't take on.
One thing with Jamaicans.
Don't take us on.
If we are fighting our own, do not get involved. Because the day you decide to make a comment, the same two people who are going war, that is how we will reunite as a country to take you on. And
yep.
they did deal with her wickedly.
And Shannon Sharp. But you know, to me, I mean, I've watched a couple of Shannon's interview. I saw the Cat Williams interview that he did. That's really how I really got to know who Shannon Sharp is, from that Cat Williams interview.
He's controversial.
But exactly. So he does things because even his response to Jamaican supporters or Jamaica after the 100-meter men's, it's like you try for taunt us, and I'm just like, dude, you
don't do that.
You don't do that because we are. You know, somebody said, when
we're bad, we're bad.
No,
and when we're good, we're extremely good.
If you go low, I go Jamaican.
Exactly. Which means if you go low, we are going to bury you.
Yeah, man, we're going for the jugular. You understand?
Stay out of Jamaica's affairs.
No, I mean, we're just very highly competitive like that. I am one. I don't mind the trash talk and all of that.
I don't mind the trash talk.
But it's when it goes, there's a point where it goes too far.
There's a thin line between
there's a
trash
point,
talking and disrespect.
Yeah, there's a point where it goes too far. And, you know, but some people don't know the difference. But that's a part of being Jamaican. We really, a lot of us can't really hold back. You know, so when we let go, we just let go.
Yes.
So there's no filtering. So, you know, I just saw the thing said.
Yep.
So that has been another episode of What Is. I'm Allison, my co-host.
Voice of the people.
Yeah, we're there same way. This is season 2. This is season 2 we're in. So we're doing things differently. You don't know what is going to happen in each show. Even from last season, you couldn't really predict. But for this season, like, you don't know what we're going to come with. So just stay tuned. Kartel, Free World Boss. The boss is free. Gaza Nation.
J3 do better. JFF do better. JOA do better. Yeah. And that is this week's episode.
This has been another episode of What Is. I'm Allison.
I am Voice of the People.
Big up on yourself. One more time. One more again. This is season 2. Big up on yourself. Peace, love, unity all the time. Until next time.
Bye.